Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just wanna mourn and run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the new channel, here to help you see the new you. This is Jesse Francis Rebustillo, your host to this wonderful program, the HR Hotline. Happy Independence Day. I posted in my social media, I have this big Philippine flag. I was still in Manila, in San Andres, Manila. I keep it. And I don't know what is in me that it really compels me every Independence Day. I have to bring it out from the baul. I don't have a baul. In Bicol, we have around, and these are expensive bauls of my mom. I bring it out and really display it. I just don't know. That's why today the my house looks like a barangay. A barangay what do you call this office because I have a flag in front of the house. The reason why I'm a little bit late because I brought my kasambahay to the vaccination. And it's not actually to what do you call this? To I don't want to use the word. I bring uh, food to the barangay volunteers and to the doctors. So I went there, still scared, although I'm already vaccinated. And then I brought some food for them. We do not have a community pantry here, and then I'm not anymore involved in giving ayudas, but I do that to the to my bubble. So that is where I am doing my uh, responsibility. Well, anyway, we are many here. I can see that my good friend Ray Tadeo is from Catanduanes, but he's working with ECOP. He's in charge of training in ECOP. He's a manager and he's with us. And I know I told him about that topic and I'm very sure he's interested. We are already many here. Can we, Charisse is here. Oh, Charisse, our friend from the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. You should hear him speak. Nice voice. So enchanting. Just like that story of Ulysses, one of the sirens. Siren. Yung pronunciation ko magagalit si ano. Then we have Mark Joseph Cancino. You know, si Mark is from PMAP and then you know I always would like to reach him out and be friends with Mark kasi I can see him that he's a gem. These are actually the future of HR. Are with si Al, si Mark, si Jemai, and another Mark. There are di ba, people that is greater and lesser than you are. Jerry Plana is greater than I am. Di ba? A lot. Cecil Toribio, Cecil Munoz. That's ano yan eh, a desiderata. And there are times also, yung sinabi ng lola ko, tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. Eh, nag-insist ako na magkaroon ng friends na younger. And then Mark, I want to be your friend. Si Gibbs then, if you know Gibbs. You know why? Kasi these are, yung parang, it's not only networking, it inspires you and refreshes you. I don't know why I have that. Then I insist. Ako very choosy ako sa friends sa totoo lang. At nakikipag-away ako sa friends. Kasi friend nga eh. But there are people that I really would like to be a friend. Si Charisse, yung nandito ngayon. Si Mark. Yung parang, hindi naman functional, hindi naman na I will have what's in it for me. Yung parang, you know, feeling ko it's just like, yan, let's start with our topic. Feeling ko just like si Jose Rizal. I don't know if you know that Jose Rizal, kaya lumawak ng lumawak yung kanyang kaisipan kasi may tertulia. At the time, may tertulia. What is tertulia? It is just, you visit a place, you sit down, have tea, but you talk, you converse. There is an old lithograph of Daraga Albay. It's known. Daraga Albay is actually the municipality beside Legazpi. And that was in the 1800s, a lithograph of a, what do you call that? Yung sinasabi ko nga eh. Mayroon silang, we call it now chitat. Ang mahirap kasi ngayon, sometimes when we visit friends, we talk of a chillax. You know, talagang you visit friends and you talk. And then, yun. So, kailangan natin yun. So, Rick Bayo is here. Yeah, Rick is actually from Baguio. Tapos, nandito rin si Christine Joy Mayor. And I'm very sure mamaya, nandito si Ryan. At nandito si June Sally of Jensen. Just imagine that, itong isang show in the new channel wherein ang reach talaga all over. Well, anyway, so let's start. I have already topic for today. I have a small notebook. Then I have already a ready topic for today na sana yun ang topic natin ngayon. It's about yung sa HR programs eh. But you know, when I was trying to text Femery, sabi ko, tomorrow is Independence Day. And it's high time that we discuss patriotism. So yun po ang ating subject matter ngayon. And I have 3 important topics that we will discuss. The first one is actually on how are we going to instill patriotism to our employees. So this is HR Hotline. Ano kaya ang program na we can instill patriotism? Huwag tayong maging controversial ha. Of course, West Philippine Sea and then, no. Ano ang program? I will start mamaya. And then the second one is, sa buhay mo, ano yung pinaka Independence Day na nag-impact sa'yo? Then, the third one is very personal before we close the show. Yung, how do you manifest love of country? Tingnan ko Ray, dapat maganda ang sagot mo mamaya pag-isipan na. Ayan na dyan si Ma'am Grace Ralios. Ayan, gusto ko marinig yan Marinig yan So tatlo. So we start muna with the first one, which is still very corporate. How do we instill patriotism in our organization or in our employees? Kasi dapat ang dami lip service eh. Di ba? Okay, we start. Ako, I grew up because sabi ko nga, earlier episodes, among the siblings, I got a scholarship, a 10 peso scholarship from speaking or look at the moon from the mayor of Legazpi, Mayor Los Baños, and I had a scholarship sa public school. Kaya ako lang ang public school sa mga Rebustillo. And every morning, meron kaming panatang makabayan. So isa yon. Now, fast forward, when I was with Inquirer, alam mo itong week na ito sa Inquirer and I miss it, 1 week kami. Nauna pa ako dun sa mga sabi ng DBM kasi this is way back in 2000. Kasi ang ginawa ko sa Inquirer is events-based HR. So meron kaming Valentine's, meron kaming spirituality kung March, meron kaming outing. Then pag June, pinapadamit ko talaga. And they love it. Si LJM, pumapasok na naka-costume yan eh. Ng Muslim, the next day naka-igrot. So, ano ang programs na dapat gawin natin to instill patriotism? Can we spot on Grace? Ma'am Grace Ralios. Sabi ni Ma'am Grace, integrate love of God, love of country, love of our family into the vision, mission, and values. Practice and walk the talk. Have a raising of the flag each week before activities online and before prayer meetings. Make principled decisions. Be clear on stand for welfare of the country. Without a stable economy, due to bad leadership, the company will be greatly affected. We have seen much of that during pandemic. Ay naku, parang keynote ang nung sinasabi ko, para ako nag-oratory Ma'am Grace ang ganda ganung sinabi ni Ma'am Grace. Yes. It can be activities and it can be also something mental. And it should be a program. Pero Ma'am Grace, siguro one is actually yung Buy Filipino. Nakikita ko dyan eh. Thank you, Jerry Plana. Ay, si Jerry talaga kasi nagpack na kami ni Jerry na he will always be a companion here kasi he would like to share. Thank you, Jerry, for being here. And this is it's a light, pero hindi, serious topic. Can we spot on Mr. Jerry Plana from the investors and people? I still have to see a leadership program that talks about leadership qualities of our national heroes. Spot on ka, Jerry. Parang wala. This might just promote patriotism. Jerry, gawa tayo kaya. Nako, na-inspire mo ako, Jerry. Nagagawa ako ng isang leadership program, ilagay ko kaya yan. Can we go back to Jerry so that all those who are going to view this may have kanya-kanya tayong interpretation ng sinabi ni Jerry. I still have to see a leadership program that talks about the leadership qualities of our national heroes. Totoo. Kasi Jerry, natichipan yung iba eh. Di ba? Magpapakita ka ng mukha ni Mabini, magpapakita ka ng mukha ni ano. Ay nako, ang kailangan ngayon, hindi nga si Jose Rizal, ang kailangan ngayon sa Pilipinas ay sino nga yun? Not even Gregorio del Pilar. Luna. Juan Luna. O sino ba yun? Gregorio ba yun? Si Juan Luna. Di ba? Please correct me. Kailangan. I think, Jerry, I don't know if CESB has that. Sana may taga CESB na mag-join sa atin dito. I don't know kung sa civil service kay Turok, they have it. Pero I'm more concerned, Jerry and Grace, and Ray, si Ray nandito from ECO, na parang namimiss natin yan eh. Di ba? That is the Jerry Plana. Si Jerry Plana kasi ang ano niyang gap. I think that is the gap. Parang walang program on that. Ay, you are very inspiring, Jerry. So, mayroon pang post direct, Monica, si Jerry. My wife is a direct descendant of Gregorio del Pilar. My God, Diyos ko, hugs po, ma'am. Naku, Jerry, nakakatakot, na ang kasama mo pala ay makabayan. Di ba, I've seen that movie nung kay Gregorio del Pilar. Very young. Ang mahirap kasi it has been discussed sa grade school, and sometimes when we discuss it again in adult learning, nachichipan. So dapat mag-isip talaga kung what programs that we have to do to instill patriotism, and one is actually to emulate. Am I right using the right word, madam? Sino mga English dito? Emulate. Copy yung life. Alam mo, parang hindi na uso ngayon yung you read the biographies. Diba? There is another one is si Charisse. Yes, Charisse. At Charisse, nagsabi kang wow. Diba? Parang na-miss ko yan. Alam mo, Jerry, I think you are inspiring me now. I think I have to redo the module that I'm doing, the training that I'm doing. Then I will have a module on this kasi this should be done. But what else? What else? We are many here in the room. What else should we have what program should we have to instill? Ang iba kasi surface naiya tuloy ako yung nagpapadamit ka lang, 'di ba? Pero at least, 'di ba? Kasi tingnan mo, sa YouTube, nanonood ako dito yung dance ng mga Turko. Tuwang-tuwa ako noon, yung gumaganon-ganon ginagawa ko na, yung Turko na it's a group dance. Tapos tinitingnan ko, it's real time, national damit, lalaki pa yun Of course, the Indians. Of course, the Koreans. Of course, the Japanese. Bakit sa Pilipinas? Ay, sa Pilipinas mas nauna man pala, mea culpa. Ang ating security guards ay nakabarong Tagalog. Yun lang. Yun lang. Pero paano kaya? Charis, tulungan mo ako rito. Ray, nandiyan ka. Tulungan ninyo ako. Ano mga programs na dapat natin? So sabi ni Jerry, leadership programs to include, the lives of, di ba? Siguro, Jerry, lalim-laliman pa natin. Ano yung competencies nila? Di ba competency-based tayo Siguro ang isipin kong module, papahanapin ko yung mga participants. What were the competencies of our heroes na pwede mong magamit. Hindi qualities eh. Kasi usually ang nakalagay qualities eh. Dapat hanapan ng competency. Para Charis, sagutin mo nga ako, ano yung competency ni Rizal? Ma'am Grace, sagutin mo nga ako, ano yung mga competencies ni Rizal na pwedeng maituro natin ngayon? Ron is writing. Rizal is very good in writing. O, so pwede siguro magamit yan sa mga communication. Ray, nakikinig ka, ilapasok natin sa business writing natin. Siguro mga 10 minutes on Rizal. Diba? So that you will be inspired na why is it that before they write. Diba? I think it's on the content. Kasi tingnan mo na, we all know that Bonifacio was not even, yung schooling niya medyo kapos. Pero ang lalim ng kanyang isinulat. Tapos yung mga letters, if you are reading Ambet Ocampo of Inquirer, yung dissertation niya doon sa exchanges of the family of Rizal, yung mga sagot ng mga kapatid niya, malalim. Bakit ngayon kung nagkikwentuhan tayo at nagsusulatan, ang babaw-babaw. Di ba? Kagabi, kaming mga chat group sa bahay. Ang babaw, ang lalim ko na, yung mga sagot ng aking mga nephew, ang babaw. Ang lalim-lalim ko na, ha? Olay, nandito si Lay Lim, nandito si, kasi we still have 5 minutes for this topic. Can we spot on, yan si Lay. Ano ang program sa pwede natin gawin? Lay is from San Miguel. Ano kaya Lay? Pero San Miguel Power si Lay, hindi San Miguel si Obet ang San Miguel, mag-uminom ng San Miguel beer, hindi Heineken. Okay, may sinasabi rito si Charis. Sabi ni Charis, make sure lang po na see the best practices of our heroes. Intriga talaga ito si Charis. Oo nga naman, Charis. Make sure, we have to make sure that the best practices of our heroes, oo nga naman, yun nga ang mahirap dun, Charis. Kasi Charis, Ma'am Charis, yung present generation ngayon, we dissect the negative side of our heroes rather than positive side. Ang tinitingnan natin na nag-traidor, na nagganito, hindi na lamang tinignan yung positive side na if you balance it, mas matimbang yung ginawa ng hero. Di ba? Nakikita kong bakit nalumpo si Mabini, ganun yun, pang ilang asawa na si ganito, si Gregoria. Parang ganun eh. So napaka-TikTok, napaka-chismis. Hindi siguro. Yan, sinagot kita, Ma'am Charis. Ray, si Ray. Let's bat on Ray. Si Ray, napakagaling nito. Kung makinig ka nung ni Ray, yung training niya sa UST, nako, you are idol ko si Ray. Patriotism is also correlated with integrity and other core values of a company. Right. So pwede dyan siguro ang entry position when you have in your core values anything about integrity, pasok yung patriotism. Sir Jesse, you should design a more on work attitude and values enhancement. Siguro nga, Ray. Kasi yan ang namimiss eh. Especially for millennials and for zillennials. I am not actually trying to tell them na wala. Malay mo, mas lalo nga kasi you have all the volunteerism from this younger generation. Pero yung i-align lang yung what is Filipino. What is actually Filipino. Kasi we have that. Diba? Yung lang alam mo, hindi lang na-hype, the 3 Agoncillo ba? Yung correct me, Charissa, yung 3 babaeng nagtahi nung flag, hindi yan na-hype. You listen to me. Alam mo, may oras naisip ko while gardening, ano kaya pumasok sa utak ng 3 babae sa Hong Kong na nagtatay sila ng flag at ang naisip nila yung design na yon? Isipin mo nga, Ma'am, si Ma'am Grace kasi she paints and she really interior design her house. Nasaan kaya si Cecil, dito, terrible si Cecil Munoz? Kasi those are the things that I would like na mag-converse tayo. Just imagine, ano ang term ko niyan, yung linggo na ngayon, anong sumanib sa utak ng 3 gumagawa? Di ba? Ano ba sila? Although somebody was, I read somewhere na it was designed. It was designed actually by Aguinaldo. Pero while doing that, ano kaya? Ito ba ang dapat na material? Ikaw ano? Kasi ano yun hand. Hindi naman minakina. So, yes, I'll do that, Ray, for you. Charis, si Charis, kailan spot on Charis. And then after that, we'll have a break. Natatakot ako kay Director Monica. After Ray po, si Charis, yeah, Direct Monica, can you spot on Charis? Charis, our national, basahin ko na, our national heroes have different principles. Oo nga. Kaya nga dapat, Charis, talaga dapat pag-usapan natin eh. Ang una muna siguro, identify natin what are ano yung prinsipyo. At sabi naman ni Lay, suggest loyalty to the company and patronizing the products. Oh, napaka-San Miguel mo talaga. Yes! Maniwala ka na sa ano ba? Sometimes I don't even read it kasi I can read it online. But every day I still buy Inquirer. That is my love to my company. Kasi I came from Inquirer. Diba? Yung napagdaanan ko mga kumpanya, it is still in my heart. Yeah. So yun muna siguro. Ang mahirap nito, Lay, kasi a lot of people leaving, they really rant and hate the company wherein they work. So dapat yun ang ma-instill. I agree with Mr. Ray. Oo nga. We probably should, sabi ni Mr. Jerry, we probably should have a values program that differentiates and integrates Filipino values and Western values. Mukhang wala, Jerry. Wala pang Jerry, you are really inspiring me. Gagawa ako. Unahan kayo. Unahan natin, Ray, ha? Yung sinasabi. Yung sinasabi ni Jerry. We probably should have a values program that differentiates and integrates Filipino values. Remember that we are a mixed race at mixed culture. And we do not know kung anong susundan natin. Di ba? And then it's imbued. It's actually in our system. It's actually in their system. So dapat tama si Charis, tama si Grace, at gagawin namin ni Ray sa ECO. Paggawa tayo ng program na yun lang, trying to differentiate, and it should be actually siguro sa leadership na para bang dapat galing pa rin sa mga leaders, siya mag-identify na am I doing a quality that is Occidental, or am I doing that is a quality that is actually Filipino? Diba? Ang mahirap nito, Jerry, kasi ang dami nating ginagawa ay actually West. Isa na lang papasukin ko itong nakapasok sa akin, Jerry and Ma'am Grace, 7 habits. Paano natin kaya masabi na yes, 7 habits, it's actually perfect as a behavioral pero paano natin yan para bang mag-localize, ma-Filipinize? So ang tama nga si Jerry, try to differentiate and try to identify kung saan talaga papasok tayo. And I like that program. Yes, what is said about our political culture is corruption. Yun nga Kaya nga sabi ko, Charis, dapat ang natin si Juan Luna. Juan Luna nga. Diba? Mukhang wala iyan sa Filipino. Unless pumasok lang sa utak ko. Yung bang pagbigay ng regalo ni Magellan kay Santo Niño, umpisa, or yung pag-exchange noon, was that a sort of a corruption? Ma'am Grace, gusto ko ikaw sumagot sa akin. Ma'am Grace, Ralios, diyan ka dapat. Kasi sabi ni Charis, ang mali daw yung corruption. Nandito ba yan sa Filipino culture? At paano natin maturo na dapat hindi? Actually, pero hindi. Yung ginagawa ko na I bring bread, I bring fruits, I bring food to the volunteers in the vaccination center. Charis? Is that corruption? Or is that ayuda? I don't know. Si Charis talaga kung ano pinagsasabi. Then Jerry Plana here. Let's spot on Charis. Charis, magtawagan tayo mamaya. It affects our authenticity if we wear a Western mask with a Filipino heart. Lalim talaga ni Jerry. Kakainis si Jerry, idol talaga. Can we, quotable quote si Jerry ha? Jerry, ika-quote ko yan ha. Kukunin kita. Ilalagay ko pangalan mo. It affects our authenticity if we wear a Western mask with a Filipino heart. Yeah. Of course, we can talk English with a twang, just like ni Charis. Or si Jerry, ang ganda yan mag-English. Taga Davao yan, pero ang ganda mag-English. Pero dapat yung pinoproject mo still mind, heart, and soul, it's actually Filipino. Kahit siguro you are practicing a Western model, but still it's a Western model, it's a Western framework being done by a Filipino. Jerry, pag-usapan natin yan na malalim. Ang lalim-lalim na pinag-uusapan natin. Okay. So, ang sabi niya, si Charis, may post si Charis. Nag-converse na talaga kami ni Charis. Direct, depends on the intention. O nga, ano kayong intention ko kanina, Charis? O yun nga, Charis, hindi ako nag-community pantry, kaya doon ako it's actually my sharing, Charis. Oo. O kaya ba rito, Charis, ngayon, ang daming mangga, pinakuha ko sa boy ko, tapos sabi ko, ilagay mo lang dyan, pagkakuha mo na ng mga passers-by. Diba? And then we have, sabi naman ni Lay, malasakit po ang talitalino na ni Lay, ha? Pero alam mo, Lay, that is actually a term. Alam namin yan ni Jerry. In PMAP, that is an abused word, just like love. Yung saan ba natin talaga ipapasok yung malasakit? Kasi before that, there is also another Filipino, which is actually original, yung ginawa ni Mr. Tihanki at ni Mr. Kabutsan. Sa atin yun. Yung kapwa management. Kapwa. Si Lloyd Luna, yung rito, mayroon yan, yung step back leadership. These are Filipino, original Filipino. Yan ang mga alam ko. Pero nga, ang sabi ni Charis, intention, at yung sabi ni Sir, yung malasakit nga, doon tayo sa malasakit. Ano ba talaga yung, balik tayo doon sa intention, doon sa malasakit. Although it's a very Filipino, kasi hindi nga yan ma-translate into English, ang malasakit. Alam ko yan. Alam namin ni Jerry yan eh. Oh, sumagot na si Ma'am Grace. Ma'am Grace, thank you. Ma'am Grace Ralios. Don't patronize corrupt politicians and their enablers. That's one. To be patriotic, I think that's one. That's one. Siguro to be patriotic, even umpisa sa traffic, kahit na dyan sa siguro sabihin natin sa processes in business permits, in LTO, di ba? If you are patriotic talaga, yun. Then, hindi pa ako tapos kay Ma'am Grace, yung next word, next sentence niya, direct, please. I would not work for a company if they're that. Totoo. Alam ko si Ma'am Grace, marami yan eh. Maprinsipyo. Maprinsipyong tao. Na kung alam niya talaga. Pero alam mo, Ma'am Grace, may mga bata naman ngayon, hindi nga patriotism eh. It's more of the carbon footprint. Kasi I know a student of mine in PMAP, she gave up a nice managerial position kasi ang sabi niya, I found out that I'm working in a company na may carbon footprint. Ang lalim eh. She gave up her job kasi dahil doon. So, yun advocacy. Pero itong patriotism na dapat turuan sila that corruption is one of those na against patriotism. Yes. Then we have here from Charis. Tuwang-tuwa ako kay Madam Charis. After Grace po, direct, can we spot on Charis? Mangga, sir. Yes. Oo. Alam mo, di ba I am in front of the open space here? May mga mango. Naawa naman ako. Sige, Charis, I'll do that. So let's have a break. And then so nice that and I found out, Jerry, you are really inspiring and you will do that actually. Come up with some programs, that will really instill patriotism. And one of which is na-inspire mo kami. It's actually a leadership program wherein we really have to identify. Hindi naman talaga yung after identifying and say that it is bad. Kasi all of these are actually positive. But actually, titingnan natin which of these qualities and competencies, I would rather be more keen on competencies na, na talagang ipa-practice, i-adapt. Para bang example, is resilience a competency of Filipinos and was it manifested by our heroes? Is agility, di ba? And from that, siguro mag-uumpisa na tayo. So yun. So let's have a break and after that, when we come back, just like yung topic natin na an Independence Day celebration that really you can still really recall and it wowed you. And then the last one is how do you really manifest love of country? So this is very personal. Saturday po ngayon. Okay, direct, let's have the break first. My friends, don't leave. Marami tayo. Direct Monica, can we have that poster wherein I'm supposed to invite everybody to watch the new channel shows? It's so easy. You just log on or click on the web page, the website, Facebook, or YouTube of the new channel, and you can watch our various shows from Mondays to Sundays. And don't forget HR Hotline. Thank you very much. So let's go back to our guests. Okay, so let's just talk about an Independence Day celebration that really, up to now, you can still recall it and it make a dent in your life. Direct, can we go back to our guest, please? Direct Monica. Direct Monica. Okay, Direct. Nag-freeze siguro si Direct. Anyway, if you can still hear me, nag-freeze po yung ating poster. Yes, let's discuss. I will start. I cannot remember kung ano yung year, but there are two Independence Day celebrations na it really, para bang up to now, it really is inspiring to me. One is, I was in Lukban. Mga 20 years ago. And it so happened that I was there during the Independence Day. And I think it was in Lukban that they have this uh, there is a term for that. The monument similar to that one in Luneta. And what really struck me, everybody in the community were dressed. So that really struck me. One. The other one is there was a an Independence Day in Luneta wherein there were floats. And then my family in Bicol was the one in charge of the float for Bicol, and we had that Mayon volcano. And it was my uncle and my cousin who did that. So it really struck me kasi parang from that, yung parang yung feeling ko meron kang luwa-luwa. Nagiging teary-eyed ka kasi you are dealing something that is beyond your material needs. It's about love of country. So can we have some inputs or thoughts, insights, or sharing from our guests? Ano yung Independence Day celebration na nag ano, that you think it was really something that it put a dent into your life? Can you recall? Kasi kung hindi niyo natin ma-recall, that means talaga sayang lang ang ating pag-celebrate. I'll continue kasi I'm waiting for your posts. Huh? I have an office mate, actually my boss, is now in Australia, and they had an Australian day. They really went out. Natuwa nga ako eh. Because they were Filipinos, but they're really celebrating Australia Day in Australia. And then they really had a picnic with, lumalabas sila and they really celebrate it. Now, I have cousins in the States. Ang July 4 nila, talagang agaga sila. Kung alam nyo if you have cousins in relatives in the States, talagang mag-i-insist ang Filipino community to join the July 4 celebrations. Yun ang hindi ko. Kaya that is my question. That is my point. Ano ba yung Independence Day celebration na it made a dent? Kasi ang lumalabas, tuwang-tuwa lang tayo, no office. Yun siguro nga ang mali doon eh. Kasi no office. There was a time I was in Thailand, ang yabang ha, na nag-fall sa Independence Day nila. Ay nako, para silang mayroong mga gonggong, mayroong mga, yun ang point ko. Can anybody in a room, marami po tayo, can I get your thoughts on this? Yung celebrating Independence Day. What was it that really struck you, that up to now it made a dent to you, na tumaas yung iyong balahibo? Or kung wala lang, bakit? Bakit? Yun ang tanong doon. I would like to have a conversation on that. Kasi sapat na ba na ang Independence Day no office lang? At naglagay yung ibang LGUs ng flag? Yun ang tanong. Mas mabuti pa nga yung mas mabuti pa nga yung yung kulto. Yung cult dyan sa ng mountain sa Makiling. At yung yung mga yung mga kaibigan ko, yung tawag nito, yung can somebody help me, yung grupo ni Rizal na hanggang ngayon, 'di ba? Nagpupunta yan doon sa ni Rizal. Pero Rizal Day, not on Independence Day. Okay, mayroon ditong sinasagot tayo si Grace Ralios. Yan, Ma'am Grace. Can you spot on Ma'am Grace Ralios on this? Yes. The best Independence Day celebration I had was when I walked out of a working and personal relationship that portrayed no integrity. Wow. Duplicity, betrayal of family, company, country. Yeah. I'll repeat. The best Independence Day celebration I had was when I walked out of working and personal relationship that portrayed no integrity, duplicity, betrayal of family and company. and country. Ang lalim ni Ma'am Grace, ito talaga yung Independence Day. Yung para talagang you went out of that relationship because you are now independent. Lalim nun na. Yun talaga. Hindi yun yung celebration ng June 12 o July 4. Ito talaga yung kanyang independence. Sana, Ma'am Grace, i-celebrate natin, ha? The day that you went out of a company, celebrate natin. The day that you came up of a relationship, i-celebrate talaga natin kasi that really made you as you are. Ako, alam mo, pareho tayo, Ma'am Grace. Ako mayroon din. May mga Independence Day rin ako. Yung I decided that I stopped doing this because I am independent. Very nice. Independence begins with personal integrity. Ang lalim ni Ma'am Grace talaga. Then we have here from Charisse. Can we spot on Charisse? Monica, Ma'am Monica. Mas gugustuhin kong, let me read it. Sabi ni Ma'am Charisse, mas gugustuhin kong sumuporta sa buy local Pinoy muna bago iba. That's true. That's true. Yung para bang alam mo, what is the point of buying a Prada? Diba? Of buying something. Sabi natin quality, sabi natin na ano. Pero there are things na dapat you buy Pinoy muna. You buy Pinoy. At this time, I think you buy Pinoy. Actually, Charisse, ang lahat na kinakain namin dito, it's all Pinoy. Parang wala na ako ritong imported na kinakain. Wala akong imported na kinakain. Sabi ni Jeneline Insyong, the Independence Day celebration at Fernando Air Base, Lipa City, wherein it was attended by different local government officials, employees waving their little flags, and there were planes scattering the red flower petals while singing the national anthem. Na ako pinapayak mo ako, Jeneline. Nakakataas balahibo yan. Basahin ulit natin yung sinasabi ni Jeneline, ha? In Fernando Air Base, Lipa, wherein it was attended by different local government officials and employees waving their little flags, tapos sa taas, nag-scatter ng red flowers. Those are things, di ba? It's so theatrical, it's just a production, pero this is actually, yung at the moment, yung talagang, it is, you go out of your being material, di ba? Then, yung feeling mo, at least na-arouse, di ba? There were times that when I sing the national anthem, depende kung saan, it really, ngayon, Charisse, Ma'am Grace, kasi kayo nagsasabi, there are times that when I sing the national anthem, I feel sad. Ewan ko. And at the end, may tears sa mata ko. I don't know if you have the same feeling. Hindi pa naman ako may mental health issue, ha? Pero you know, there are times when I sing the national anthem. Oh, by the way, similarly, just like yesterday, I attended the Mass. It was the solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And at the end of the Mass, yung O Sacred Heart song, pag dating dun sa refrain, ay Ma'am Grace, I was crying like anything. I remember my dad who was singing that song, and I remember that one. I remember about the Philippines. Singing the Sacred Heart of Jesus, eh? Sabi ko nga, bakit ako umiyak? After that, sabi ko, bakit ako umiyak? Para bang na-steer. There was something that steered my heart. I don't know kung you have the same feeling. Ay, Diyos ko naman, ang iba dyan talaga. Yung kanta ni Karen Carpenter, yung kanta ng Bee Gees, doon talaga nag-i-steer ang heart at nagluluha-luha pa. Yung kay Barry Manilow na, I made it through the rain. Ay, umiyak talaga. Pero yung pagkanta ng Bayang Magiliw, ay hindi sila umiyak. Iwan ko. Okay, sabi ni Charisse, let's go down to Charisse. Let's spot on Charisse Ampang. Direct. I am dependent on Filipinos to be independent. Let's pray for that, Charisse. Sana sa election, sinabi ko dapat hindi tayo political, pero this is just we have to be independent. We should not be influenced by anybody. Diba? Kasi independent nga tayo eh. Kaya nga we are celebrating it today. We are supposed to be free. So dapat, I am dependent on Filipinos to be independent. Dapat lang. And this is really why we should be here. Kaya di ba nakakalungkot yung sabi ng isang friend ko, ay tatrabaho na lang ako sa abroad. Bakit? And then, the long list of complaints. Nandito na nga, we were able to, and it was actually our heroes who gave it to us on a platter. Shed blood for us. And sometimes hindi natin na-realize. So, Charisse again, me too, I understand the true meaning of the national anthem and it made me proud. Naiiyak ako. Pareho tayo, Charisse. Siguro, Charisse, magkaklase tayo dyan. If you really put it, di ba? Kaya when you pray the Our Father and you really understand its word, nako, after yan, kikilabutan ka if you pray the Our Father. Similarly sa pambansang awit, if you really sing it and then really understand its word, mayroon ka dapat na tear in your eye. Kasi ang mafe-feel mo, may kulang ka eh. Ito lang na statement, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. After this, pagmuni-munihan mo. Sa lahat na nakikinig nag-umpisa po tayo doon sa what program should we instill. So that ang gustong sabihin, itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, kung hindi pa yan na-feel, kulang pa, hindi pa tayo napag-instill. Kasi nga, bakit yung mga anak ko rito, yung kantang, ni Barry Manilow, na-instill sa kanya. Pero yung pambansang awit, hindi. Jerry, nandiyan ka pa ba? Saan kaya nagkulang doon? Grace, Grace. So when we talk about patriotism, Janeline, nandiyan ka pa? Kasi Janeline is from Lipan City and is actually with the government and this is a trainer. Yun ang mga thoughts na makukuha natin sa HR hotline. Yung para bang kung ang ating mga tao, yung talagang umiyak doon sa kanta ni Madonna, di ba? At hindi siya na yung puso doon sa Our Father o doon sa bayan ko, hindi pa natin na-instill. So parang it is just, you memorize it, parang ganon. It's just like eating food Yung para bang dito sa bahay, we really make it really sure, I really ensure that even now that we are actually not economizing but actually rational in what we take. Maganda ang kinakain. Pero, it's not only praying, yung prayer before meals, appreciating it. Para ma-instill na yung eating food, it's not only thanking that we are still eating, but thanking that what we are eating will protect us from the COVID, will ba ganun. So ganun yun. Similarly, ganun din dun sa patriotism. Kaya, nag-umpisa tayo, what programs should be done to really instill that. At ang isang measure siguro, yun nga, yung siguro magkaroon ka ng FGD, magkaroon ng sa mentoring, tanong mo lang naman kung may tama ba sa kanya yung pagkanta ng pambansang awit. Sabi dito ni Ma'am Charisse, me too, I understand the true meaning of our national anthem and it made me proud. Naiyak ako. Totoo yun. Have you seen that in the YouTube? Who is this Filipino singer? Hindi si yung isang lady who was with Miss Saigon and si sang Bayang Ko in an international event and it was really with fervor. Kung panuurin mo yun talaga, matatamaan ka. Para bang, bakit ka matatamaan ng Les Miserables if you know it? Yung mga kanta ng Les Miserables on my own. Diba? Mapapaiyak ka ng on my own. At kung makinig ka doon, hindi si Joanna Ampil hindi naman si Lea Salonga. There's another girl who sang Bayan Ko. Yung mga Frances nga at mga European natamaan, bakit yung Filipino hindi? Let me continue. I'm waiting for your insights po. We are still many in the house. I am still waiting for your insights. Although nafe-feel ko na there was a time I was in an activity in the streets. I will not mention. Now we sang that, and tears were really flowing in my eyes. Tears were really flowing. Sige, sabihin ko na nga. It was actually in EDSA. In EDSA. We were singing that. So, if you ask me, I have experienced historical moments in the Philippines. That is why may oras I'm a little bit serious on these topics. Sino yung mga kasama ko? Can I have some? We are many here in the room. Sino rito yung nagsumama doon in those two activities that we were in EDSA? Kasi yan ang present day patriotism na makikita natin, di ba? Yun doon talaga yung when we sang Bayang Ko, para talagang kahit ako gutom, kahit ako dikit-dikit, nakalimutan ko. Okay, so we go to the last topic. Kasi mag-overtime na tayo. I want everybody in the room to share. How do we show love of country? I want it to be personal. How do we manifest love of country? I will start. One is, buy Filipino, think Filipino. Ako siguro yung pride. Alam mo, I am a person that I grew up with classical music. I studied piano. So I have lots of classical guitar, classical piano, classical violin. But I really make it a point that in my hours of listening to music, there should always be a Filipino melody or tune. I make it a point. So in this house, weekly, meron kaming So we whistle Filipino tunes. Yes, can we, si Jenaline dito may sinabi? Jenaline, can we spot on direct? Paano natin maipakita ang pagmamahal ng bayan? Oy, tamang-tama ito kasi dapat nagkatagalog. Gamitin ang sariling wika sa pakikipagtalastasan kung kinakailangan. Diba? Tama? Kung kinakailangan. Hindi kailangan na tayo ay magbuwis ng buhay upang maipakita natin na tayo ay nagsasakripisyo para sa kakapanan ng ating bayan. Sapat na maggamit natin ang biyayang buhay upang maging pagpapala sa ibang tao. Pagiging tapat sa bayan at hindi sa mga taong nanunungkulan o partido. I love it, Jenaline! Mabuhay ka, Jenaline! Yung pinakalas, number 3, pagiging tapat sa bayan at hindi sa mga taong nanunungkulan o partido. O naman. O gaya ba sa religion? Hindi naman yung pare eh. It's Jesus. It's our religion. It's our faith. Diba? Kaya hindi ko maintindihan. Ganun din sa to show it. Pero yun nga, Jenaline, babalik tayo. Ano dapat ang gagawin? I know you have training programs for this. Pero ano dapat ang program na ma-instill yan? I will read it again. Allow me kasi ang ganda-ganda Tagalog. Paano natin mapaipapakita ang pagmamahal sa bayan? Gamitin ang sariling wika sa pagtalastasan kung kinakailangan. Hindi kailangan na tayo ay magbuwis ng buhay upang maipakita natin na tayo ay nagsakripisyo para sa kapakanan ng ating bayan. Sapat na magamit natin ang biyayang buhay upang maging pagpapala sa ibang tao. At pangatlo, pagiging tapat sa bayan at hindi sa mga taong nanunungkulan o partido. I love you, Jenaline. Nagmukha akong si Jan Arcilia. Talagang ginalingan ko talaga yung pagbasa. Yes. Spot on ka, Jenaline. Yes. Yes. Can we spot on also Miss Grace Ralios? Like you, Jessie, was it was in 1 and 2, I predicted both it to happen ahead of time. Yes. Yes, Ma'am Grace. And of course, we have Ray Guerrero Tadeo. Can we spot on Ray, my friend Ray? Gawin lang ang tama. Yeah. Yun nga. Alam mo, Ray, that really brings us because we are both in training. Dapat i-emphasize siguro yung propriety. Yung tama. Malalim yun ha. Gawin lang ang tama. Kasi sometimes when you mouth it, sometimes magsabihin political ka or sometimes you are siding with anybody. Tama ito eh. Yung sabing, you do what is right and then everything follows. Diba? Pero dapat ituturo, Ray, kung what is right. Kasi may oras, with all the social media, with all the, hindi na buo. Ay, Ray, ha, nagchichismisan namin yan ni Jerry. Ang dami ngayong mga trainings na sometimes yung not so good practices, not so, yung good, yung tamang-tamang practices are the ones that are being instilled. Kaya yung gawin lang ang tama, that's true, pero dapat turuan ng tama. Ang mahirap, sino magtuturo ng tama? So dapat talaga, and then so on and so forth. Pero siguro, alam mo Ray, yung talent development framework yan eh, na it should start from the basic unit of the family. The basic units sa support sa isang individual, the family, the friends, yung community, the church, and then the panglas na nga yung corporate eh. Kasi kung sumasali ka dyan, matanda ka na. Mayroon sinasabi si Lay, patriotism should be taught in schools and should not only be done thematically every June, but all year round. If kids manifest it behaviorally, like buying and patronizing local goods and behaviors will be carried when they grow old. Yun nga, Lay. I hope somebody in the DepEd or an educator will be able to listen to this. Na dapat nakalimutan eh. Nakalimutan. Actually, parang natanggal na yan eh. May mga natanggal na subjects on that. Kaya makita mo ibang-iba yung mindsets and paradigms nung noon na sa ngayon. Ibang-iba. Yung para bang ito hindi ito this is actually yung growing up. Yung para bang naisip ko lang between Biko and Maruya and may ang ibang bata ang pipiliin ay spaghetti, donut, and hamburger. Mamaya turon kami ha kasi nakabili ako ng langka. It's turon with langka ang kakainin talaga namin. So tama ka Lay, pero dapat ituturo. Siguro dapat mag-come up ng program yung design eh. Di ba napaka-advance na natin sa design? Ayun, sinasabi na ni Direct Monica na OT na tayo. Pero, ang ganda ng usapan natin. Teka muna. Can we si Jenaline ulit? Direct, spot on natin si Jenaline and we close it na. Yes. Jenaline, please. Jenaline, Ma'am Monica, si Jenaline muna po. Can you spot on Jenaline? I will just read it. Anong sinabi ni Janon? Conduct training on RA 6713. O yun, sinabi na. Code of Conduct of Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees with emphasis on patriotism, integrity, excellence, and spirituality to local officials and employees. With emphasis, yes, to local officials. Janeline, can you share that to me? Padala mo sa akin kasi tingnan ko if we can inject that in our programs for the private sector. At ang pinakalas ay sinabi ni Ma'am Grace, at ang sinabi ni Ma'am Grace, suportahan natin ang mga maliliit na negosyante at vendor sa palengke. Huwag natawaran, I don't spend money to patronize exorbitant foreign brands. Marami tayong tamang produktong Pinoy. Ipagtanggol natin ang Pilipinas. Manindigan tayo para sa inang bayan. So that's it. I like the last word, that is my LSS, para sa inang bayan. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful conversation for today. And hindi na ito babalikan ulit kasi hindi relevant. Today is Independence Day and it is a Saturday and we discuss. And what is it that HR Hotline would like to convey? One, come up with programs to your family, kasi yung basic unit, to our school children, and to our organization, how we can instill patriotism. Then the other one, how will you really manifest it? And then, true to yourself, your authenticity, that you can say that I am a Filipino, I'm a proud Filipino, and I love my inang bayan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jesse Francis Rebustillo. Happy Independence Day. Mahal ko